All right. Babe, be thankful for your Scooby-Doo snacks. I literally want to snack and I cannot because I'm trying to lose this weight because you got me pregnant and now I have a baby. Hello everyone, welcome to the live. If you guys are new here, hi, how are ya? I hope you're doing well. If I see one more skinny ass bitch on my fucking explore page, I'm gonna go crazy. Right, Jackson? No, but seriously, Jackson, don't do that. Okay, Gianna, all the information is in the description box if you wanted to get on the list and if you wanted to book. I have one person booked in right now, and we have some spots left available if you guys were looking to get a private reading. All the information is down below. Let me mute myself though because I can hear myself. It's updated. Description box is all updated for you guys. Jackson, hey, we're not doing that. I don't need a security dog, but thank you. Yesterday I pulled some really cool cards in relation to self-care and caring for the self. Today, I don't know. What are you guys feeling? What do you want to know? Do you want a collective reading? You know what would be really cool? Because I was like thinking about this earlier, how this deck I have is collecting dust. I have this really cool botanical oracle, and it doesn't mean much like on the surface because I don't really know what any of these herbs mean, but the book is obviously really cool and educational. But to kind of like dive into like what these herbs and flowers that we might see on a daily basis or have known about actually really truly represent as an oracle is super cool. So I think I'm going to pull a couple, and this is just going to be for the collective, and then we're going to get right into the readings for tonight. I'm super exhausted, so it's going to be a really short live because I'm just going to put all the energy I have into it, and I don't want to overextend it. So small list tonight. If you guys want to get on that list, you can. All that information is down below. So let's talk about it. What is going on with the collective? What flower or herb or what plant from spirit? I don't even know how to say this. Discover how to draw wisdom from the mystical realms of plant and spirit. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's see what the botanicals have to say. For the collective, everyone tuning in right now, everyone joining. What oracle do we have from the botanicals? We have adoption, blackberry, rubus ursinus, blackberry. We all know what blackberries are. Adoption, interesting. Whoa, whoa. Okay. We have indigo, Baptisia tinctoria. Probably murdered that. And I'm going to read the description on like what this represents, what these mean. And let's get one more. From the botanicals. Hawthorn. Cretaceous monogina. Sacred. Okay. So we have adoption with blackberry. What does that represent? Let's read into it. while I'm doing this, if you guys wanted to book a reading, you can. All that information is down below. Maybe give it a refresh. I just updated it, so there should be instructions. And then if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know and I'll try to answer them. So Gianna, try to refresh and then it should be there. I can even refresh on my side as well. Maybe I need to do that. Okay, so blackberry, adaption. The Douglas berry, also known as the Douglas berry, Pacific blackberry, Pacific dewberry, trailing blackberry. The Latin name of this plant is rubus for bramble and ursinus for bear, as it is frequently found in areas where bears are also found, and it is of course among their staple foods. The variant rubus armeniacus, commonly called the Asian blackberry, can be found worldwide and in an astounding array of environments. The usually black fruit is not a true berry in the botanical sense of the word, but an aggregate fruit composed of small drupelets. I swear to God, there's people that know so much about this. I would not know any of this. This is so cool. It is widespread and well-known group of more than 375 species, many of which are closely related microspecies native throughout Europe, northwestern Africa, temperate Western and Central Asia, and North and South America. A blackberry can be distinguished from its relative to the raspberry by whether the torus, core or stem, stays with the fruit when picked. Raspberry cores remain on the plant, so the berry will be hollow as opposed to blackberries, which retain the pulpy core. The blackberry is valued for its delicious fruit, which can be made into syrups, jams, jellies, cobblers, pies, ice creams. Oh my God, don't tell me all this stuff. In addition, the leaf of the plant has also been used medicinally for centuries. Dried and steeped into tea, blackberry leaf can be used to treat intestinal disorders, mouth ulcers, and a host of other ailments. The leaf and fruit can be used to aid in a healthy pregnancy as they're rich in vitamins and folic acid. Oh, well, I went my whole pregnancy without it, so damn. The acidity and tannins in the tea are said to help with skin disorders. The high vitamin C content boosts the immune system. To make blackberry tea, pour 1 cup. Wait, why are we doing all this? Okay, I'm like, what is the point of this? Okay, so the oracle property related to this group of plants is adapt or adaption. Any gardener, forager, or hiker who has had to contend with the thorny arcs of this bramble can attest to the fact that no matter the terrain, this tenacious plant finds a way to flourish. Though often being thought of as a pest or invasive plant, the blackberry also provides shelter to many animals and food for butterflies, bees, moths, and all sorts of larger creatures, including humans. The blackberry's ability to adapt and flourish in new or even hostile terrain is certainly something we can learn from. Part of its success can be attributed to its thorny canes. The blackberry bramble is nearly impenetrable and never easy to eradicate. If you find yourself in a situation that seems to require that you adapt, even radically, keep in mind that it is sometimes good to have your defenses up while you're in flux. In time, you can flower and offer your gifts to the world. Forging into new terrain is never easy and may require a great deal of effort and openness to change. Remember that self-care can be one of your most important tools in times of transition and change. This is super cool, honestly, because the last live I did a collective reading about self-care and the need for caring for the self. And I think it's really cool. I've definitely heard in real estate about the blackberry plant and how it is very invasive. But that's super cool. So right now you guys could be feeling like, some of you guys could be in a transitional phase right now where you're sort of ending a cycle and beginning a new one. Some of you could literally be physically moving or changing jobs or starting something new. And you could be feeling like maybe things are sort of working against you and it's really hard to adapt. We have indigo, enhance. This beautiful but toxic plant is native to much of the northern hemisphere and has also been introduced well beyond its natural range. It can be found growing wild at the borders of woods, along streams, or in open meadows. Native American tribes have made use of this plant for centuries for a variety of purposes. Most commonly used as a blue dye, the roots can also be made into teas as a purgative or a treat to treat toothaches and nausea. We're often inclined to discard or reject things that are less exciting or remarkable than we would like. Even when judging ourselves, we tend to only value what is most special, often ignoring the solid, steadfast characteristics that make us functional and of value in our communities. Shifting your perspective or routine can bring new life to relationships, situations, and thought patterns. Before discarding something, try changing the way that you think about it. Simple changes can make a world of difference when you're in a funk or feeling creatively blocked. Maybe that means a new coat of paint, an out of the ordinary date night, or something as simple as tidying up and setting out a vase of flowers. And then we have Sacred with the hawthorn plant. I really like that. Changing your perspective on how you view things, enhancing your perspective. That's really good advice. Okay, so Sacred. The fruit of the hawthorn, called haws, are edible raw and are also made into jellies, jams, and syrups. Hawthorn is a group of various plants which include both bushes and trees. The berries have a flavor similar to ripe apples. Hawthorn is the tree of Beltane, a holiday celebrated on the 1st of May and a time when it is said the seen and unseen worlds meet. Hawthorn plays a strong role in many folkloric traditions and is considered a tree sacred to the fairies, as well as being the wood of choice for a witch's broom. There are many historical accounts and artistic depictions of the fairy queen emerging from a hawthorn bush. Planted in a round circle, hawthorn grows where the setting of choice for goddess-centric rituals performed by female practitioners of Judaism. Among the traditions associated with the hawthorn is the belief that it is bad luck to cut down a hawthorn or disturb its branches. When freshly cut, hawthorn gives off a scent of death due to the chemical trimethylene, which is present both in hawthorn blossom and in the decaying animal tissue, probably accounting for the tradition of not bringing the blossoms into the home. Whoa! Hawthorn is truly a hedge witch friend, as there is no plant that embodies more I have never seen this word before. Succinctly, the definition of lens striding. In addition to standing at the threshold of the unseen realm, this tree has in fact long been considered a portal. The oracle property of the hawthorn is sacred because of its prominent place in magical traditions and the legends and lore associated with it. How does the word sacred apply to your life? Your value system can be sacred. It helps you create a hierarchy of importance and place emphasis on whatever is most valuable in your life. Personal rituals, objects, and spaces can be another aspect of this oracle property. Creating sacred space for yourself, either with meditative practice or physical objects, is an important part of self-care, and it can be pivotal in enabling your connection with creativity and your deeper self. The tarot's magician and high priestess are very reminiscent of this plant, as they too stand at the threshold between worlds and marshal strength and power from both the seen and unseen worlds. I really love that. All right, so since I'm boring Paulus, I guess I'm going to get into the readings for tonight. If you guys want to book, you can. All the information is down below. I'm going to start off with Diana. And then Gianna, I got you. You are next after Diana. Okay, so Diana, my love, you got a regular deck pool. And you want to know what your what message your ancestors and the universe want you to know about this period of your life. That I might just get a confirmation, or I'm getting whatever comes through. Okay, so what message do your ancestors and the universe want you to know about this period in your life? To start, we have the Nine of Wands, the Hanged Woman, we have the Devil coming out in reverse, we have the World, clarify the Nine of Wands for me. What messages? Your ancestors are harsh, man, girl. This is why I call on my better angels, not my ancestors. Because the ancestors are always going to tell you something like so straight up. I can't. I'm too sensitive. I like need the cushion of my angels. Okay. Clarify the Nine of Wands for me. Clarify the Queen of Swords in reverse. Clarify the Hanged Woman for me. Seven of Cups. Clarify the Devil in reverse for me. I'm hearing get organized. I'm hearing there's a lack of organization because there's so much going on in your life. But I'm hearing, like, specifically in my head, get organized. We have the Emperor clarifying the Devil in reverse. And we have the Nine of Swords in reverse clarifying the World. Okay. Yes, Gianna, I got you. You are right after this reading. So you're on the list. You're number 2. So Diana, okay. What message do your ancestors and the universe want you to know about this period in your life? Well, you're definitely going through it. And they see it. And they see it. They see that you're going through it. They see that you're exhausted, that you're climbing uphill with a lot of weight on your back, quite literally. So much so to the point where it's like an endless climb, and there's no real clear direction, if that makes sense. I'm just really getting the vibe with the Hanged Woman. There's a lot of stagnation. So it's like, on one hand, you want to like take this action. It's almost like taking action to take action. And you're exhausting yourself. Like, you're depleting yourself of your energy. You're putting yourself in a tizzy because you're so much in Emperor Yang energy, masculine energy. And this is not to say you're like masculine. This is just energy. But you're such a, like, a, you know, you're a Capricorn. Like, you're in that go, go, go. Like, I'm motivated to hustle, you know, energy. So much so that you haven't slowed down. Because you haven't slowed, it's almost like, sorry, I'm being kind of, I keep cutting my own self off, but it's almost like a work smarter, not harder. And I feel like you're working way too hard and not like smart enough. And it has to do with the lack of organization with the Seven of Cups, clarifying the Hanged Woman. And ultimately, like this, like I think in the material world, in the physical realm, like as a default, I feel like the human species thinks that if they just like put in all this action and put in all this work, like everything is going to kind of happen for them. But it's all about balance, really. It always has been. It always will be. You know, yes, putting in work is important and hustling is important, but having enough like energy, having enough rest, getting enough sleep, you know, feeding yourself well, like all those things are important in the long run, because when you work at this level, you're going to exhaust yourself. Like, you're going to crash, you're going to burn. and you're going to end up in stagnation, which is going to ultimately slow you down. So you think you're working faster because you're working harder, like you're going to reach your goal sooner, but you're not, because ultimately you're not. It's like the tortoise wins the race. Like ultimately you're not gonna win because you're the hare, you're the rabbit in this folk tale. You know, like you're rushing. Now I don't know if you're actually rushing towards anything. This just could be metaphoric to your energy, and that you're on some sort of grind right now and you really need to slow down, and they're really telling you, like they're warning you even, like slow the fuck down. And your ancestors are brutal, like they're just not cushiony at all. So I'm sorry if the message is coming out pretty harsh. Because we were talking earlier on the phone. Of course, I'm going to be like, oh my God, it's okay, get some rest. But like, no, the way they want to say this is pretty flat out. Like you're going to not only crash and burn, but you're going to miss opportunities by not being perceptive in an energy where you slow down, where you look at your options, where you get organized. You know, you're not going to really see the view. You're not going to really see things for what they are if you're in constant like go mode. So what I'm seeing is, if you feel like, okay, you're working really hard, long, tirelessly, and you're not getting anywhere, it's because you're hitting a wall, and they're doing it on purpose. They're putting up this wall on purpose because they want you to slow the fuck down, and they want you to be in a receiving energy. They appreciate your masculine energy. They appreciate your hustle, but it almost gets to a point where you just don't know how to it's almost like a self-esteem issue. Like you don't understand that you don't always have to put in the work. You don't always have to give. Like you can rest and you can sit and things will come to you as well. But you have this mentality that if you're not doing something constantly, and this is not necessarily a bad mentality to have, it's better than the opposite. It's better than like thinking that everything will just come to you by sitting on your ass. You know, this is a healthy thing that I'm training you to kind of undo a little bit. But if you don't just like understand that what you really need is to slow down and receive, get into an attracting energy, get into a yin energy, a feminine energy, understand that you're worthy enough of receiving without constantly having to put in the work. The best way that I can describe this, there's a couple ways, but just because this is my grind these days, is fitness. There's this mentality that you have to work out 7 days a week, 20, like all the time, and work out. And you're going to grow more muscles and you're going to get fitter and better than ever before. But really, you're doing yourself a disservice, because one, on a mental note, you're telling yourself that, you know, you have to constantly grind in order to get to your goals faster or at a good pace. And then two, you're doing a disservice to yourself physically because you're not allowing yourself to rest, your body to recuperate, your muscles to actually truly build. And they won't if you're constantly on a grind every single day. You don't even give yourself a moment to rest those sore muscles, to let those tissues repair itself. By not allowing yourself to do that, ultimately you're going to cause an injury, or you're just not going to see progress. You might hit a plateau. So that's the best comparison that I can like give you, is I feel like work smarter, not harder. There's something in your life that is calling your attention, and it has a lot to do with organization. So maybe simplify your routine. I even spoke to you on the phone. Like, I know you personally, we're friends. I even spoke to you on the phone earlier. You were like, and then yesterday too, you were like, I'm going to finish this shift and then I'm going to go to the gym. And like, you were already so tired, so exhausted. So they see that. I think the message that they have for you is to understand your value, that you can like put in that work, but you can also sit and receive, and the world's not going to fall apart. Like, you have this mentality that if you like rested or did something for yourself, that someone somewhere is going to fall apart. I see this a lot with my empaths. I see this a lot with people that are givers. They just constantly give to everyone, their time, their attention, their energy. And then they don't have the self-worth or the value. Self-worth sounds harsh. I'm not saying you don't have self-worth, but they don't have the understanding that they can too be given to as well. And then it's like, when they're given to, oh, no, I can't. Why can't you accept it? So accept it, understand that you don't have to always grind like to get to your goals. They understand you're a hard worker, they appreciate it, they respect it, but at this point in your life, you're kind of exhausting yourself and you're gonna head towards a crash. Now, as far as the more positive things, I really feel like one of the things that they're saying about you at this point is that you're truly a boss. Like, you truly have it. Like, you've proven your point. Like, you have it in yourself to be a boss. And maybe this hard hustle and this energy that you're putting and exerting is going towards a job that, yeah, pays the bills, but it's not your job. It's not your business. You're helping someone else's dream, or you're helping someone else with something. But I'm just, my point is, you have it in you to do your own thing. Like, you've proven that you have the stamina. So ask yourself, like, 5 years down the line, have you spent 5 years working for someone else's business? This is just an example. When you wanted to start your own, when 5 years go by, you could have had your own empire by now. It just really depends where you want to invest your time and energy. If you wanted to start a business, yes, there's the practical, rational, we have to pay the bills. I get that. But with all the energy you have, it's like almost like your ancestors are saying, hey, you have enough to go around. You can work the job, pay the bills, and start your own business too. But you got to work smarter, not harder. So you might be working the job and going here and going there and hanging out with this person and that person, and all that is great. And it's nice to have these social options with the 7 of Cups, but they're not really going to get you towards your goals, and then you're going to constantly still keep fighting like more and more. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense, but there's a quote, and it's like, allow yourself to be uncomfortable for a little while so that you can live in comfort for the rest of your life. So maybe it's uncomfortable, you cancel your Friday night plans, your Saturday night plans. Maybe it's uncomfortable that you say no to your friends, or you say no to this. You work the grind, you do the grind, and then you do some more. You work on, it's called moonlighting. It's when you work the job that has to pay the bills, and then in your free time, in your spare time, you work the thing that you want to build into some sort of business or empire. And I don't know why I keep saying that, but maybe that's what you want to do. And what they're saying is, we've seen you. We know you have the energy, girl. We know you have as many hours as Beyonce does in a day. So spend those wisely. All right, so let's pull your oracle. Okay, so we have breathe. Take a deep breath. We have fork in the road. We have the hanged woman. There's definite stagnation on its way if you don't settle down. You know why? Because they're gonna force it. Because if you don't chill the fuck out, Diana, you don't calm yourself, girl, spirit will. So it's almost like if you don't slow down, they'll just slow it all down for you. And you don't want it that way because, something could suffer. You know what I'm saying? So, without them having to interfere by putting some fork in the road, some hang woman, stagnation type energy in your life without the need for that. Do it on your own, out of free will. Choose to slow down, or they're going to force it, because that's how necessary it is. And breathe. Breathe, girl, breathe. But amongst those themes, you know, you really have it in you to do something incredible. We have the world here. You really do. You're a boss, and we talk about it all the time. But there's a lack of focus. Yes, you're putting some responsibilities ahead. You're putting some priorities. You're probably saying, "Well, I am focused. I'm focused on like getting to work and, you know, trying to do this hustle." Yes, you are. But you're putting a focus in something that doesn't really require that much focus. You know, clocking into a shift, you don't really need to fully be there. But use that fully be there focus energy on something else that needs your attention. Okay, so yeah, like Paul said, they're ruthless, and your ancestors especially, they're ruthless as fuck. But it's because they care, you know, it's because they know you have potential. So when they see you slacking, they're not about that. They really aren't. All right, gorgeous. I love you so much. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate you always. I'll text you. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Gianna. If you guys wanted to book, you can. All that information is down below. Okay, so Gianna, you got an 18 plus and channeled messages with added oracle and timeline cards. Okay. Whoa. Aquarius moon, girl. Cancer rising. That is so cool. Aquarius moon. I don't think I've met an Aquarius moon. Heard about them. Haven't quite encountered one. Met so many Aquarius suns. I feel like all that I attract these days. So career or love, whichever feels right to you, whatever you're meant to hear. So 18 plus with channeled messages, added oracle, and timeline card. Whoa, there's a lot of energy. Okay. To start, we have Judgment. We have the Lovers. The Knave of Wands, the Five of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse. Strength. The Ten of Cups in reverse and the Fool. Okay. For your oracle, we have free yourself very soon. I want to pull an angel number for you. Number 21. I am inspiring. Timeline card. You have 9 months. Whoa. Unfinished symphony. And exchanging gifts. Okay, so career or love, whichever feels right to me, whatever you're meant to hear. So I pulled out all the oracle now because I really like wanted to figure out, you know, what direction to take this in. So I don't know if you got over a relationship, like a pretty bad breakup, or maybe something that you felt like was really promising and it didn't necessarily shape up or work out the way that you had intended it to work. In regards to a partner. Assuming like you wanted to, you know, for things to last, essentially. So what I'm seeing is if there was a breakup, if you could clarify, that'd be cool, because then I'll kind of move from there. What I am seeing though is there's a huge change of focus and perspective, a real shift in your priorities. I don't know if you were like in a relationship and it ended and like there's still something that is meant for y'all, like you guys still could come back together, but there was this requirement to practice non-attachment. There's sort of like an element of divine timing here. I don't know if you're supposed to reconcile with this person that, like, you know, what's going on between y'all is unfinished. But in the meantime, there's a huge focus here on the self, on your career, on some sort of new beginning for you. A new beginning in regards to understanding that, I don't know if you have a talent or you have like a special gift, but you really are inspiring to people and you really need to showcase that talent and that gift. And I don't know if this like relationship was codependent or toxic, or I don't even know if it was a relationship or whatever was going on. I mean, I am kind of picking up on like a specific energy, like a person, but whatever it was making you feel invaluable. And that energy overall was clouding you and it wasn't allowing you to thrive. So now that that's over and said and done, let's say you freed yourself from it. You are in a new energy right now where you are being looked at differently by the universe, by spirit, but by other people in general as well. Like you just have this glow up to you. You're radiating maybe even a freeness about you. I do see that whatever it was that made you sad, whatever was disheartening and heartbreaking is in the past, that you've really kind of moved past it, but you're still left with the remains, I would say. Whatever that was, it gave you, like, if there was a lesson here, it gave you the necessary tools in order to not only have this glow up, but to realize that you are capable, that you're strong. You know, there was definitely a silver lining to the situation. But now, anyway, you're embarking on a new journey. You're embarking on a new beginning, and I think that even in the relationship, like if there was a relationship, let me know. There's still this energy of like, it could still repair. Like there could still be reconciliation between you guys. But both of you were kind of like halting each other's progress. Both of you were hurting each other or straying each other away from your divine life purpose, your paths. And you had to kind of go about that thing individually on your own before you could truly, before you can reconcile and come back together. And maybe that's what this 9 months card is. 9 months from now, you will come back together somehow. Maybe even on the 21st or the 21 is a special number to you somehow. You're highly creative with a strong will to succeed. Your imagination is highly charged. It reveals itself in everything you do, from your sparkling conversation to your most prized projects. I am inspiring. Yeah, I truly believe that. I mean, double Aquarius with the Cancer rising, girl, you're super inspiring. You are the star card. You embody that star energy. And although we don't have her present, you know, the Aquarius card is the star, and the star and how it goes is she has been through the thick of it. She's been through the darkness, but now she's a light. She's a light to a lot of people. And without the darkness, she wouldn't be seen. And the star is very inspiring. She's someone who's inspiring, who people definitely put on a pedestal. And it was necessary for the star to find the darker parts of themselves in order to inspire. So I don't know if that's hitting with you or resonating, but I'm really seeing that, you know, maybe at one point you were like, what is the purpose of all of this bullshit that you went through? And it was all really necessary because it brought you judgment, which is life after death. It brought you onto this journey with the Knave of Wands here that allows you to like really focus on like what inspires you, what makes you happy, what's your passion. Like you're really self-focused right now. And then on top of being self-focused, you have the backbone. Like maybe you were really too sensitive, or maybe you couldn't start something because you were afraid of criticism. Now you're in this fully like, I don't give a fuck, like I'm going towards my goals blindly, full energy, new beginnings. And by being in that kind of energy, you know, you're just asking for all sorts of great things to come about because you're not afraid. You know, maybe in the past you just didn't start something because of fear. Fear just prevented you fully from just even beginning, like even putting out that first step. But you don't have that anymore. You don't have that fear because you've seen hurt, you know? So in regards to your career, there could be a new path that you want to take. Maybe there's a new job or a completely new career path. Maybe all of a sudden you want to become a nurse, or all of a sudden you want to start a business. Do it. Do it. You're fully equipped. You have all the necessary tools within you to do it. I'm seeing exchanging gifts. I think you have a talent or a gift, and I wouldn't doubt that you do. Just with your chart, with the double Aquarius, the Cancer rising, and then just like I said, the star. She's talented. She's an influencer. She's the moment. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? Like she's someone that people look up to because you inspire people, or you have that ability to, and you don't yet understand that, but you will very soon. You will understand that soon. And then whatever relationship this was, or whatever this was, it is coming back. And it could be a karmic thing, but for some reason there was divine timing and something wasn't working between you guys, and spirit separated you. So there's still unfinished business in regards to that, in regards to your love life. But who knows if you're even going to want that when it comes back towards you, because you'll be on a completely different level, different playing field altogether. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's just good to have it noted that something comes full circle for you in that way. So we can do your channeled messages, but let me know who you want them from. We could do them from your spirit guides. We could do it from this person that I'm sort of picking up on. Let me know who you want these channel messages from, Gianna. I'm definitely seeing success here in regards to your love life, but it really depends like who I'll be channeling. Kat, I got you. You are next on the list. Okay. Well, I'm going to do your channel messages from your spirit guides because that's really what I'm getting. I know that you've been trapped in your mind, especially in regards to when you will find someone, when you will find someone in love. There's a lot that is coming into fruition for you, and they're all really positive aspects to your love life, and they're coming pretty soon. Now that you have ended the toxicity, the codependency, the drama, there's a lot of different love offers that may be coming in for you. You've grown a lot and you've matured, and you can guarantee success. It took some of the harder circumstances for you to understand the deeper depths of yourself and what you truly desired and wanted from a partner. And now I hope in the future that you can really communicate your needs with the tenacity that it requires in order to draw boundaries and respect from people. In the past, I felt you were maybe frivolous with people's roles in your life, and there was a lot that you gave and not a lot of reciprocation. But what's coming in for you in your love life is definitely a change, and it will be a change in perspective from your point of view, because this is new energy that you haven't encountered yet before, and you can say that it was sort of a test that you've passed, and now there is something else manifesting for you that is on a different level. You've healed from attracting the type of people that no longer serve you towards attracting the people that are going to have your best interests at hand, people that fit your soul and your path better than they did before. You can feel comfort in planting a foundation and building something solid with someone that you can trust. And you can also feel confident in yourself and your ability to attract others, in your attraction and people's attraction towards you. Because of who you are and how you look, you will have a lot of people come towards you, but it's important that you have them put in the work and understand your value. You've transformed and you've done much of the progress already. But it's important that you stay on this path, and it's important that you contend with your spirit guides so that you can continue on the right path. New energy is coming in for you. You're ending a cycle and starting a new one. And you're going to really like what it has in store for you. All right, Gianna, that is what I'm seeing for you. All right, I'm going to move on to the next person. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate you. I'm going to move on to Kat. Let me pull up your question, Kat. How are you? I hope you're doing well. All right, so you got a regular deck pool and you want to know the personality of your first baby and anything else that pops up about them. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so personality of your first baby, that's such a good question. Honestly, I wish I had known that or I had like asked that question. Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Personality of your first baby. We have the 6 of Wands. I want to be like, they're going to be a hard worker, but you know, they're a baby. But there could be aspects in their chart, which I want to say Virgo, some sort of Virgo energy, which would make them, you know, a worker bee, would make them a hard worker as an adult, as they grow up. It could even be with the 8 of Pentacles that they'll be very consistent, so you can count on them and their nature to not necessarily be unpredictable. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the Chariot and the 6 of Cups. They're going to really love your family. I think that your baby is going to really love like loved ones and being a part of the family and being surrounded by family. You know, they can't like express that as a baby and be like, I love family, but they'll definitely show it. You know, they're going to love, like, I don't know if you're close with your parents, but they're going to like love grandma and grandpa and like things like that. They're going to like love car rides or movement, I'm seeing with the Chariot. That's so funny. This is such a cute reading because my baby does not like car rides at all. Hates them, in fact. Not into it. Or it could even be stroller rides. We have the 6 of Wands. They're going to be very competitive and very, I want to say successful. I honestly feel like in their later adult life, like when they become older, they're going to be like very successful and, you know, a really hard worker. But I think they're going to be pretty competitive too. So they could be really like successful in sports, or they could be like very athletic. With the 4 of Swords in reverse, clarifying the 8 of Pentacles, there ain't going to be no time for rest, honey bunny. I really feel like they're going to be an active child, active baby, very consistent too. There's not going to be a time where they're just like chill. They're going to definitely expect you to work for them, for real, like boss baby status. Yeah, they're not going to take like no for an answer. Like they don't sit around and cry and complain. Like they want to move, they want to groove. They want to like they want to get the show on the road. This is so funny. I think they love action. They're gonna like really love action, stimulation. But they're not gonna be like colicky. Like I wouldn't say that they're gonna be like a crybaby and like be difficult in that way. We have the Page of Wands. Clarify the Six of Cups. And we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. I feel like they're going to be very interested in activities. They're just like a very passionate, like they have like a very passionate nature, very curious nature. Like they're going to be interested in activities and like getting into everything, really. I feel like when they're like a baby at the point where they're crawling or like, you know, like they're, oh my god, my baby's gonna start crawling soon. Holy shit. When they're crawling, when they're walking, you're gonna have to seriously baby proof the house because they're gonna get into everything, like all of it. They're gonna be really interested in cooking. I don't know if you cook, or they're just interested in mixology or potions or science, or I don't know, something of that nature. They're gonna really like playing with their hands and like building things and like making things. And honestly, I'm getting a masculine energy, so it could even be a soul child that's supposed to come in. So there's already sort of a gender assigned. Maybe this is a boy that you're supposed to have. Doesn't have to be, obviously. I mean, none of what I'm saying is necessarily like it's androgynous. It's not necessarily assigned to like, but I'm just getting masculine energy, like a boy baby type energy. Yeah, I'm getting that they're very competitive. I don't know if there's gonna be like a sibling or siblings at some point, but they're definitely going to compete for that attention and that affection, especially from loved ones, from, I don't know if you have sisters or brothers, like aunties, uncles, grandma and grandpa. They want to be the favorite for sure. They're going to be very sensitive at the end of the day. I do feel like they could have water, earth, and fire in their chart for sure. We have water as well with the Chariot, some Cancer, King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm definitely getting a lot of fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. They could be very sensitive, very elusive. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Three of Cups. And what fell on the floor? Two of Cups. Yeah, they're really gonna like being surrounded by people. So I don't know if you have a big family, but they were gonna really like being surrounded by people. It's really interesting. My baby, we're starting to discover my baby loves to be around people. Like he's in daycare now, and he loves, and it's only because he likes the drama. Like he loves the chaos. So it could be that your baby wants to like observe the drama, observe the chaos, and like really enjoys it. But I really don't get that you're gonna be stressed with them. I really don't get that they're gonna like, you know, stress you out or cry a lot. You know, they're going to be very active, but in a really positive way, like a very curious way, very interesting. They're going to be very like cool and like easygoing. Definitely the energy of like really just loving people. And I feel like you're going to have a very special connection with your baby. Like there's going to be this chemistry. And I know that sounds weird, but that's why I feel like this is like a soul child. This is maybe even a soul child that's been watching over you as a spirit guide and is supposed to come in. But I definitely feel like there's obviously going to be a very pure love. Let's see what your oracle says. Whoa. We have by the book. Interesting. It's supposed to be this way. We have number 11. And time for a nap. Ah, that's so funny. That is so funny. They're going to love nap time. They are going to love sleep time. That is their thing. They're super about it. By the book is interesting. I can interpret that more than one way. In one way, I can interpret that as this is going according to plan. Like I said, if this is a soul child, you know, this is going to happen as it is because this is already a soul in existence that watches over you. So naturally, they're going to come in according to plan by the book. By the book could also represent that they're going to be pretty by the book as far as a baby goes. Like, for example, my baby is not by the book at all. You could throw that fucking book out the window because it's a no. Everything that I read, everything I learned about babies, my baby decided to do the opposite. Your baby might, that's totally not the case. They're gonna like do things by the book. So that's another way I could interpret that. But they're gonna love nap time, love cozying up for nap. They're gonna love like sleep, all that great stuff. And then I can't help but notice this little watch. So I don't know if you want me to pull a timeline card, but I kind of want to. We have the world. This is going to come very full circle. Again, soul child vibes. But I'm getting this watch, like TikTok vibe. Like, I want to pull a timeline card for you. Like, when is this going to happen? Because it's like, seems like it wants to happen tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Soon, you know. We have winter. So they could be born in winter, or this is going to happen in winter. We have 4 months. In 4 months, where will we be? Kind of the end of July, August, September, October, November. Yes, I did just count with my fingers. Oh my God, it will be winter. Holy shit. 4 months, girl. You could get pregnant. So, there you go. All right. Kat, thank you so much for joining the live. I really hope that resonated. I love you. That was super cute. That was really fun reading to do. Oh, you're so welcome. I know, I wish I had done a reading to figure out what my baby's personality was going to be like. But I feel like nothing could have prepared me because he's just such a funny guy. That's just really who he is at the end of the day. Is just a funny one. Love you. Hi, Shanice. How are you? Unfortunately, y'all, I'm about to log off because I really need to get sleep, which I haven't seemed to have been getting. It seems like Jackson wants to be walked on top of all that. I'm going to try to go live again tomorrow. I'll see how that goes. But I am doing private readings. What is this? Are you a clown? Guys, do it again. Sit. Do it again, you clown. Thanks. Give me the other paw. Give me this one. No, the other one. The other one. No, the other one. Thank you. Look at my clown. Hello, clown. How are you? Is this thing on? Hello. Is this thing on? What, you want to go out for the 5th time today? Jesus. Yeah, so it's like, okay, I want to go into bed, right? That's my thing, but nope. Looks like I'm going to have to walk this clown, and then I'll sleep when I'm dead, you guys. All right, so I'm going to log off. I love you guys so much. Hi, Shanice. Hi, Diana. Hello, Kat. I wish I could hang a little longer, but I think this will be a cute, short and sweet live. I'm going to try to get on tomorrow night. and all that great stuff. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I miss you, and I will talk to you guys again soon. And I'll probably just go to the regular scheduled programming and text you back, Diana and Shanice.